To order, call to order, roll call please.
John,
Here.
Dave,
Here.
and Bob.
Here. You ready now? Start showing you. You know, we have the minutes for April 28th in front of you, the approval itself.
Read the minutes for April 28th, I make a motion we approve them as read.
I'll second that.
Got a motion second for the approval of April 28th, 2026 minutes. Roll call.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. Item 4, utilities, request for adjustments. Looks like we just have one in front of us, is that correct? For 508 West 10th. It says Watt was shut off in October for non-payment when he came in, he paid his bill in full, he did not want the water turned back on. And it was off until February, it's for $147.68. And they have no usage in this. Request for utility adjustment for 508 West 10th.
I'll make a motion to approve the utility adjustment for 508 West 10th Street in the amount of $147.68.
Second the motion.
Got a motion second to approve the request. Roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. Request for payment plan. Thank you. Utility customers, any complaints, requests, questions from utility customers? Seeing none, we'll move on. Public Works projects, Mr. Bradley Klein.
Sure.
Good evening. What you have in front of you is the final punch list for the water plant and the water tower project. I haven't talked to Shaner on the water plant. I know there's a few items left. I was going to meet with Biggie today, but ran out of time. But there's a few minor things that need to be done, some paint touch-ups, and then we're just waiting on the dedication plaque. And I believe that the one big thing on there you guys see is there's a door replacement in the chlorine room, which right now everything's good, but at some point that aluminum door has to be replaced with fiberglass door because the chlorine will just eat that door up. So that's on the list of things, and I believe it's a back order item. So other than the plaque and some touch-up painting, there is a considerable amount of cleaning that needs to be done, and I think that's what we were trying to schedule Shane over here to do because he needs to clean the plant as well as the existing water plant from that renovation. Other than that, the water tower, I did talk to Viking again today, and next Tuesday I'm meeting the fence guy finally. RC Fence out of Fort Wayne. They're going to come in. They're going to evaluate the fence. Either way, they're providing a quote to repair the fence, but that cost is null. It doesn't matter to us. I mean, the contractor's responsible for repairing those. So again, I'm just letting you guys know that next week finally the fence contractor will be in. It's been tough to get him over here for the last 3 or 4 months. So that's the update on those two projects. If you guys have any questions on that. As you know, the Water Street project has begun. The contractor begun removing all the sidewalks on the west side, and now he's working south. He's coming back up to the east side. They're going to remove all the sidewalks. I did get a definitive date on when the concrete guys are starting, but they should start within a week putting the sidewalks back. we have 3 utility poles, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, that need to be moved back. I did meet with AEP last week. I think we got a 2-week lead time on those, to move those back, but until they can work around those, but obviously until those poles are moved back, the sidewalks can't be poured in place, so. Other than that, things are going pretty smoothly. I know there's been some concern about trash pickup and parking and those types of things, but I think we've worked through those. At least I haven't heard anything other than that. If anybody has any questions or concerns, just let us know, and it's kind of a fluid thing. It's a day-to-day thing. It's kind of a moving target. So if there's any concerns at all with the public or residents, just let us know. EMD seems pretty good to work with as far as flexibility on that.
I got a dumb question on that, the sidewalks, they have to be 5 feet, correct?
Yes.
Some of that's really, really large. When they do the sidewalk, is there gonna be a chance there might be some gapping in between the road where it is now and the sidewalk? Is there gonna be a gap before they,
So it's basically an integral curve, so you have the curb and sidewalk as one.
oh, okay.
So as you step off the curb, you'll be into the street.
Well, I'm saying between pouring the concrete
Oh.
and then paving, would there be a chance there's gonna be a gap along there and we need to keep the barrels up?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, there will be.
Because some of those sidewalks are pretty deep. I mean, I've never seen them that deep,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, so they dig down, the curbs themselves are 12 to 18 inches down, so.
I saw them working on our drains and everything, so hopefully all 7th Street will be,
Yeah.
the 700 block and the 800 block, or 6, 5, and 4 and 7 are the worst.
And then we are adding the section of walk in front of Cammy's. The locates weren't all in time, so that's why you don't see that done yet. They gotta come back and saw cut that. And it's basically gotta start that process over with.
Yeah, I've seen the one drain hadn't been moved yet, are they gonna still move that to the
Yes.
front? Okay.
The piping crew was supposed to be in last week, they haven't come in yet, so I believe until the pipe crew comes in, they're just gonna continue with the sidewalks. Obviously not pouring yet, but, and then the 2026, project, I just had the contracts, we're signing those. Brittany, I'll get you on that copy list. I apologize, I'm not sure why you're not getting carbon on that. Make sure you get in that loop on that, so. Other than that, they're scheduled for July, and that's paving of those 3 streets, so. This project should be wrapped up, they're saying by, 1st of June, so it's gonna go pretty quickly. Once we get the sidewalks poured, they'll come in and mill the streets, mill and pave, so it'll go pretty quick.
One note, JC Knight, if anybody has any concerns about JC Knight, there's some equipment up here, but he is working, Skyway is working with the school on some projects there, so there may be some stuff hanging around up there, so they're not completely out yet.
There was, I guess since we're talking about that, there was an invoice out there for $2,700 for asbestos, a pre-asbestos inspection. That was part of a change order that he needs to pay. So that's out there, so I'm not sure, you guys are probably not getting that invoice, but that was all included in the change order. And it was done that way to where the contractor would cover that through the grants.
There's still some metal in that circle there in the grass, I don't know, I thought they said it was.
Well, that's ours, if we want it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just get it. I think they pulled it off originally thinking the city would want some of that, and it's kind of cumbersome to take that down, it's all ours.
Well, speaking of historical society,
Okay.
there's nothing there.
We don't wanna be.
You know what, okay.
What about them pipes and stuff sticking up? I might have missed it because I was trying to answer a thing.
Which ones?
And where they leveled the ground out, where the building got tore down, there's still like 3 or 4 pipes or wood or something sticking up out of the ground.
Not sure, I'll have to go check that. Is that?
It's
where-
closer to 12th Street.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
I know the big chunk of concrete, I guess someone said they're talking about maybe putting some gravel pipe there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
easy.
where the meter.
Okay, where that was, and but on each side of that, there's like, it's either metal or wood sticking straight up. out of the
And
ground.
that may just be markers to
Okay.
protect. We'll check though. Other than that, we did finish up, the wellhead protection phase 2. And I don't have that report with me, when I get that, I'll present to you. Other than that, if you guys have any questions for me.
Any questions for Bradley?
Thank you.
Thank you, Bradley.
Thank you.
Move on to reports, street utility superintendent. Mr.
You guys kind of got my list I gave you. It's just showing you some of the stuff we've done the last 2 weeks. A lot of park work. Finished the drain out back here. Most of you probably seen it's working really good. Last few rains, we haven't seen any water out of back here at all. So that's just some of the things. If you got any questions on that, we still got a couple more things. We got finished the flagpole at the Ball Diamond. We got a swing to hang, it's all painted, ready to go, we just didn't make it today. We had an emergency come up on a water leak, that we had to help with. You got any questions on that, or?
Pretty self-explanatory.
Is there any chance that, the sheriff's department, those weeds and seeds fellows can help you out with that mowing at the park they do over at Gas City?
They pay to have that done. They don't come for free, Gas City pays them.
Got any money?
They don't have, the guys don't actually get paid, the sheriff's department gets paid, is the way I understand it.
We hired in George to clean
Main
Main
Street.
Street one time. They came over and did that for us, but they're in Gas City quite a bit.
Hey, the Second Street where he did that work down there, he's got those cones are still down there, are those the cities or those his?
Second and Main.
Yeah,
The sewer,
between
pool,
water
drain.
and.
Say they may be ours, but I can't remember if it is, but it's not hooked up yet either, they gotta finish it. That drain's not hooked there at Main Street yet.
Okay.
The drain's there, it's all hooked up, he just hasn't hooked it up there at Main. So we're still waiting on that.
I just didn't want them to disappear, I know we bought some last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah. And fire, if you guys want, you see that, 9 calls, all medical, all of our equipment's running good, at least as far as I know as of today. On back to the city work a little bit, we do have a class coming up on the 27th through ITAC, we're doing a chainsaw class. They have a group come out of Purdue, that'll be a 4-hour class. So we'll be doing that. And we got 2 others scheduled, traffic control. Do you remember the other one, Bob? Traffic.
Snow removal.
Oh, yes, and snow and ice removal, so they'll come in and do classes on sand and salting, and plowing. So that was 3 classes I was able to get set up with LTAP. So,
Brittany brought to my attention that this ITAP is a training mechanism, and we work together, and we're gonna continue.
it's all free,
It's all
we're
free.
part of that group,
Yeah.
so.
So, you know, we're out cutting trees sometimes, and they need to be trained on it.
So why don't you save us some money and cut that chainsaw?
That's free.
Thank you, George.
I'm back in the road.
If you guys don't have anything else, I gotta run down Ronnie's, he just texted me, said he don't have no water. So I don't know if they didn't turn, Ronnie, where he just had to wait. So I don't know if they didn't turn his water meter back on when they hooked him up.
One quick question, how's the Ford tractor coming along?
Oh, we got it back, I'm glad you asked, I didn't have that down, we did get it back, and you can tell 1,000 per hit. Big's dad about took it off the end of the trailer, that's how fast it took off. So,
Steering's all fixed now.
fixed, all, the steering's fixed, everything, we just picked it up yesterday. They said they'll get you a bill, they didn't have it made out yet, so, I don't know if they're gonna call me to go get it, or if they're just gonna send it to you. They had to put it actually in first gear, because it about shot off over the trailer and
Mid
stuff.
clutch and those things make a big difference.
Hopefully we'll be able to start getting on the alleys again, the alleys are all done,
Yeah.
we just need to get some stone in them, so.
Can you hook up the water so you can get the garden in?
Yeah, just
Oh,
put that.
I'll have to get with Biggie, he's got all that stuff,
Turn the
I'll
valve
try and
back.
get with him.
Okay.
I don't
So I
wanna
won't be
plant-
here tomorrow.
I wanna plant this weekend.
Okay, I'll see if I can get a hold of him after this, well, I'll call him when I'm going down there.
Okay.
I'll be right back, I'm gonna just go see what his water's doing.
Police chief?
72 calls for service since the last meeting, 9 assist agency. We had 2 arrests, and then I think I put up approximately 20 ordinance warning tags for high weeds and grass. And it looks like, I'd say about half of them have been taken care of since, so that's all I have.
Any questions for Chief?
Thank you.
Chief, is there any way you guys can watch those those stop signs at Heath and Water, and the speeds are atrocious in this town. They are absolutely atrocious. And from the citizens' point of view, I don't see any enforcement action by the PD. So, did you write any speeding tickets?
Yeah, I catch the speeders to write tickets.
I don't see you out there monitoring.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
On 7th Street or on Water
So where do you
Street?
see me down?
Water
Use
Street's
them
shut
running
down,
radar
so
almost
they're
every day.
They're still doing it. The Mustangs, there's 4 of them.
Is that what you're doing?
When I'm sitting stationary like that, I'm watching speed,
Yeah.
watching for speed.
We don't have handhelds, so it has to either come at us or go away from us. So when we're sitting, they slow down because obviously our cars are marked. And there's nowhere to hide on Water or Main.
Well, I'm not asking you to hide, I'm actually being in plain view. You know,
We said 8th and Water, I mean, multiple times.
6th and Water, 4th and Water, 6th and Main, 10th and Main, 12th and Main.
So when you get the car back, you're gonna be able to move to check speed? That's
No,
what you
no.
told us you were gonna be able to do. Not just check their speed straight on.
So we don't have a handheld radar, so our radars are stationed on the dash of the vehicle, so we can only get them from what way we're facing.
You said when you got the car that you'd be able to do that, to be able to,
No, we can't move it. It's
well, that's what
stationary.
you said in one of the meetings.
That probably just was
You were gonna-
confused, that was taken from that, if we don't have a handheld, we cannot move it this
I
way.
realize
Yeah.
that, but you
We
said
don't have
you
a
guys were gonna be able to do that in the new car.
And a new car.
In the,
Car you
in
bought
the,
over in Ellick or Anderson or
did you
something.
guys not get the car?
Yeah, but it doesn't have, we have to buy the handheld, we have to either get a grant or get one from the state.
Well, I think this town has a speeding problem. I mean, how much is it to get the handheld?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, well,
$2,000. And without a grant, I mean, it's just hard to come by. And with us being a city, it's even harder to get grants approved to us, because we don't meet certain qualifications for those grants.
So what's the chances of getting one from the state?
If they were able to donate it, that would be a different thing, but like we called and asked if they would donate vehicles. And it's just whatever's out of service, and if it's got too many high miles or whatever, they just take it completely out and off.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So, I mean, we used to have a handheld, but it's the wire on the cable just gets frayed and stops working. And there's only so many times you can fix it without having to get recalibrated by a certified instrument every year.
When we set out by Muncie Pike where it turns to 20,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
did them
I'm
all
not
day
gonna
long.
stop people, you know, but I'm also not gonna, and most officers, we're not gonna write somebody for going 7 or 8 miles an hour over. If somebody comes through town on Main Street at 15 plus over, then they'll most likely get a ticket. But also, we can see if someone will stop for speed, and we'll stop them again. Okay, so we gave them a warning the first time, and we stop them, then okay, we give them a ticket, you know what I mean? Because they've had a warning.
I mean, just to be able to see even people stopped out there would be nice. But why change the speed limit to 25 if it's not gonna be enforced?
I think 25 is too high. I think it needs to go to 20 on this.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, at 25, why
gonna do
change it to 25 if you're not gonna enforce it?
But it is being enforced.
Really?
Absolutely.
Sit out in front of my house. I haven't seen you sit out in front of my house.
Where's your
Yeah.
house at?
7th and Water.
Yep.
Sit right out in front of not out on Water Street, at the side of my house. They're not gonna be able to see you coming, if they're coming from the north.
And I also won't be able to tell how fast they're going.
That's what I'm saying, we can't, at the side of your house, we would not be able to get them coming from
It has
north
to
and
be
south.
coming dead on or straight away from us.
Okay,
So whatever direction we're facing, that's all we can radar.
okay.
It doesn't
Do
go
we
down
know
corners
where the
or-
mobile radar thing is? that's like a trailer
The one that we used to have out there on Muncie Pike?
that we would move around town.
Mhm.
Does it still work?
You would have to have it on.
Can we get that back,
Ready
maybe?
to go.
I think it's in the barn.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we put
I
that
think,
back.
I
And
know
just
it's
move it
inside,
around.
it's inside the shit, the big barn.
Yeah, you can also, LTAP has a loaner program where you can get this.
Brad was standing out there with us one day
Yeah.
and he said, my gosh, they do fly down through here.
And I'm not saying that they don't,
Okay,
but at the same time, you also can't judge how fast they're going because you don't have a radar gun per se. So what looks like they're flying to you might only be like 32 miles an hour.
okay.
You
I'm
guys
done.
are more than welcome to
I
come.
would love for you guys to come and ride with us for a shift.
Good.
Can I make, this sounds totally bizarre, but when I lived in Findlay, Ohio, they took a police car, parked at various parts in town, put a mannequin in.
We've done that.
They're down by my
We
house.
did that on
Yeah.
10.
They're down by my
And it
house.
was very effective, and, you know, kinda
We got,
have to
we got
camouflage.
3 of them out there, don't we? 2 in
We
back.
took I think the CPR dummy and put it in an old car.
And then they had a picture of somebody putting a beer bottle on the hood.
Yeah, they did it on Wheeling.
Sounds bizarre, but it was effective there.
All right, I encourage the community to come out and do ride-alongs with us.
That's great.
Yeah, George, if you wanna get with Brittany, if Brittany will allow that and that gets approved, you're more than welcome to come out so you can see us enforce traffic stops.
Right.
I think I saw the chief stop.
Oh, I wanna go. Colton, I wanna go. I'll volunteer.
Yeah,
I
please come out
totally-
here so you can see.
I would love to.
Okay,
Thank you, Mayor.
wait,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
You guys good? Any questions?
No. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for all your comments too. Let's move along, let's go to, police, no, clerk treasurer.
I have a request for Kim Crick's time. Biggie was busy the day before I got my claims finished, so I came late. It's 700. He did 14 hours since the last meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve $700 for Mr. Craig's hours he put in.
Second the motion.
Got a motion, a second, approved. Clerk treasurer's request, roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye.
And then I have a quote for 4,000, and this is for clearing of brush from Josh Jackson. So this part is on Second Street in our easement. And this is, the curve at Pearl and James along the railroad tracks. It grows over the road. It's very difficult for them to keep held back.
How much did you say total?
It's 4 total.
Okay. You look like 5.
So the last 1,000, what does that say, from poles to road? What was the extra 1,000 for?
I'm not sure, I thought it was 4,000.
It's got 5 in here.
I would just do the 4,
Yeah.
because I don't know what that extra spot is.
Most of that cleaning is trying to find our water meters behind the hill over here, it's just overgrown. If you've ever been back here reading those meters, you can't find it back here. No reason.
Make a motion to approve the $4,000 for brush clearing by Josh Jackson.
I'll second that.
Got a motion second, roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye.
That's all I have.
The one thing I'm gonna tell you gentlemen tonight, that I got for you guys is that it's kind of not within your realm, but we have a bad drainage problem at Wichita and 9th Street. I'm sure you've seen it. And a gentleman came up from 716 West Ninth, and it's been years of doing this. Well, believe it or not, I think it's been solved a little bit. It was draining their day. I worked with the county a little bit, and they sent somebody back out and cleaned it and started draining. So hopefully this monstrous backyard flooding on Wichita, Lynchburg Road, 9th Street will go away. So I worked with the surveyor, and we think we've solved it a little bit, so I'll keep you abreast on that. But it's getting to the point where it's running over to 3 or 4 homes in Jonesboro. So, and I want to fix that. If we ever annex them in, we need to get that fixed. So hopefully
You
we'll
were
get
getting ready to stock out with crappie, Bob.
I thought about that. All right, let's move along then. Mr. Musser, do you have anything to that, sir?
I don't.
Okay, thank you very much. Expenditures, water fund, let's see if my glasses work tonight, $53,907.09 for approval. Good stuff.
I'll make a motion to approve the water fund in the amount of $53,907.09.
I'll second that motion.
There's a motion and a second to approve the water fund, roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Wastewater fund in the amount of $67,998.59 for approval.
I'll make a motion in the amount of $67,998.59 on the wastewater fund.
I'll second that.
And a motion and a second to approve the wastewater, roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. No missing. Public, general questions, anybody from the public, any questions? If so, stand up, state your name and your address, please.
George Blycher, 213 East 8th Street. I need a little help. I'm confused about right of way or utility easement. Where is it? How far is, my issue is the bushes over there at East 9th and Boyd.
Oh, I mean, right here.
So as you're going eastbound on East 9th, and you come up to Boyd, there's a stop sign there.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of brush, and you can't see, and you're having to stick yourself out. I'm afraid we're gonna have an accident there. But I don't know if that's the property owner or that city. You all got property owner. Property owner.
Is he talking, are you talking about 231 East 9th bushes?
I don't.
That's Shoemaker's old place.
Yeah, is that the one,
Yeah.
the tall George?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes.
I think, I know the gentleman, he's in Florida, he should be coming home. If you don't mind, I'll give him a call.
I think
Well,
he is back.
He's back,
I just don't want you guys getting in trouble like you did over there.
Yes.
Second.
yes, very much so, but we should look into that, because there's 2 other places that we didn't brought to our attention, and we'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you. The second item, and I really don't wanna talk behind Chief's back. But over on Facebook, there's allegations that somebody tried to pick up some kids yesterday, and I believe it was around 10th and Water. What was disturbing to me in reading the conversation, now this is Facebook, you kinda have to take it, some of that stuff with a grain of salt, but in a conversation I had with the complainant, they called the police and nobody showed up. So now I don't know if I couldn't get clear on the time of the incident. If it was after, when we don't have an officer on, or if it was prior to. From the description I got, it sounded like it was after. Our officers are usually off. The item of concern concern was nobody stopped and talked to the complaining party. There may be a serious issue going on there. We're into the springtime, the weather's getting nice. Now these knuckleheads that wanna do things to our children are coming back into town, or our kids are out playing. I got little guys across the street from me, and I don't want nothing bad to happen to them. So, and like I said, I wanna talk behind the chief's back, because I wanted to ask about that. I don't know if case numbers are drawn. Is there an investigation going on? I think these people deserve somebody to talk to and hear their.
We can look
Yeah, we can
and
look.
see, but any dealings that I've had with needing an officer and ours aren't on duty, county's always
Yeah.
here. So I don't know what happened there, but we can find out.
Okay, so along that line, concern is county, if we have an officer on duty, you know, we've got maybe a 5-minute response. You know, when you're waiting on county, you know, they could be up on the north end of the county.
Well, I will tell you this, we
Yeah.
did have an incident around the corner from our house Sunday night. My daughter called, they were there in 2 minutes, we had county and Fairmount show up, quick.
See, Fairmount don't belong here.
Right, but they assist if we don't have anyone, depending on the call. Just like our officers
Is that
go
the
and
incident that
assist
happened
Fairmount.
behind my house?
Yeah.
And what you're saying, George, you wish there was a police officer on duty, but what we pay, it's hard to find somebody to come for that pay when they can go Gas City or somewhere else, just paying higher money.
But yet, we have these reservists, we have these people that come forth and they join our department and they've got the flashy little badge and stuff, and then they're off doing whatever. But, you know, they get to claim that they're a Jonesboro
But I
officer.
think we're down to about nothing anyway.
Let me, I've had several discussions with the county sheriff. He has two officers in every quadrant in the county at all times. So there's 2 officers from the county that were within 4 to 5 minutes of this building right now that will be here to help us. Not saying we shouldn't respond too, but the county is been very good about that.
Okay,
Very good.
and you're willing to accept that?
I'm willing to accept that.
Okay, as a citizen, I'm not, so we're gonna.
Well, it's no different than if my officer is, let's say, at court one day, and we have something, they're still gonna respond, but he couldn't respond, you know what I mean? There's issues around here, you're right, George, we would like to have more, officers, but I'm working again, I think we're gonna try to do something different again, so that, but rest assured, I have a lot of faith in the county sheriff's department here, and Gas City, and Fairmount. Our officers help them.
I
I mean,
understand.
our officer leads our jurisdiction and everything. They are a good group of people. They work hard at their jobs.
It's a teamwork job, it is, no denying that for me. Alright, but thank you for listening to my concerns.
Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. All right, any other questions from the public? If not, any questions to or from the board? If not, gentlemen, thank you for your time and adjournment is in order.
Astrid, do you know Jen Browning? She's a